relics sleep, under stone and salt and wire. Names erased by soot and rain, kept alive in ash and fire. Old saints stare from broken glass, fingers black with time and smoke. Every seal and every scar tells the vow that I invoke. Open the door, let the old world breathe. I know the sign under broken reeds. Black candles call me in. Black candles call me in. I read the dust, I read the bone. Black candles call me in. Black candles call me in. The dead remember what we have known. Down below the iron bridge, there's a chapel in the mud. Hidden gold and rusted keys, sleeping under layers of blood. I hear the choir through the wall, low and far like buried rain. Every prayer, sharpened thread, pulls me closer to the name. Open the door, let the old world breathe. I know the sign under broken reeds. Black candles call me in. Black candles call me in. I read the dust, I read the bone. Black candles call me in. Black candles call me in. The dead remember what we have known. And if the night takes my hand, I will not turn away. I have seen the hidden face in the ruin and decay. Ancient mouth, iron tongue, speak through me again. From the vault to the street, let the shadows sing. Black candles call me in. Black candles call me in. I read the dust, I read the bone. Black candles call me in. Black candles call me in. The dead remember what we have known.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, depending from where you are watching this stream or you will be watching it. Maybe it will be evening. For me, it's actually 2 p.m., almost 2 p.m. I am in Prague. It's a lazy for me working day. I'm not working today. But I understand that this is maybe not the optimal time for many of you, so don't worry, this is gonna be recorded and you can check it later on. And as for today, I felt that I will be speaking a little bit more, maybe not about some complex magical theory, but it will be related to the magical practice. But I will be speaking about my big hobby, or also part of my regular practice, and that's the major divination method in many magical practices, mostly the Western like. And it's good. That's good. Please visit Czech Republic. Yeah, that's a very nice place to be, especially during summer, because summer, especially Prague, it's a little bit crowdy. Yeah, but still worth it. Yeah, I still like it. Yeah, so definitely a place to visit. Maybe not only Prague, but also Brno. This is nice city, or Český Krumlov. So many nice, beautiful historical places. Yeah, so enjoy it. Yeah. I wanted to speak a little bit about tarot reading as a divination method, as a very practical tool. And the reason are many. Um, of course, this video is also planned to a little bit like broadcast my availability to some of you that decide for the tarot reading, but also just to speak a little bit about its history, types of cards, decks. Maybe we will do even a reading for some of you. I don't know yet. Yeah, we will see how it goes. So I started currently providing tarot sessions to those that would like to take them. It's a part of my income. I mentioned that some time ago. I am currently on sabbatical, meaning I am not doing regular work. It's relatively new for me, but I think I needed some kind of rest. I will be traveling, and also I'm working on my own personal practice, but to magicians or practitioners, we're always in need of side income. There were a few that of course did not need that, but that's a minority. So the if you someone of you is interested to take a reading, you can just follow the QR code here, or just follow the link that is in the description of this stream video. You can book a session, but I want to have this discussion first, because what I think I am doing is a little bit different. This is also what a lot of my clients tell me. You have a plenty of readers of tarot. It's becoming very popular on TikTok or other areas. I was looking also, there are some, and there are several layers of it, like where you can have a reading. In the past, 50 years ago and so on, maybe not in Czechia, because Czechia was part of the communist regime, and the reading of the cards was, of course, forbidden. It was occult, and in general, it was practiced in silence and not on the public. But in many Europe cafes and so on, even in the 18th century, reading of tarot was popular, and it was usually practiced in cafes. So when someone was like joining the place and he saw a tarot reader, the tarot reader usually was either doing the reading for himself or for his friends or just for the people around. And it was many times for free, because usually readers that are starting, they need a lot of practice. They need to do a lot of reading. One thing is to reading for yourself. You would have to do practically hundreds of readings if you want to start to automate the process of learning the card symbolism, and it gets deeper and deeper. And then, of course, it's also an art to provide the reading to the people around you, and everyone is different. It's not only about the energy or magic around it. Yeah, it's really socio-psychological work, where you have people that might have like very genuine questions, or just practice related questions, short readings. So a lot of these people were just doing that. Yeah, how they were doing it, simply like someone just ask a question maybe, and they draw three cards. Three cards. These are usually used for the fast reading, where you can, of course, you are, if it's a time related question, yeah, one card is past, present, future, but that's usually cards like pairs, or these triplets. They represent many times hidden meanings, so you have to read the cards as three cards as a one, yeah, so they complement each other. And one thing is, of course, for the beginners to learn the card, yeah. So I have several decks here with me, but for example, if I will take this card, okay, I had got Eight of Cups. Yeah, you see the tarot reader's white tarot card. So very interesting picture, very known. But it might be like, what is this? Yeah, the person practically looking at some kind of cups in a cloud, or there are some treasures hidden here. So it might represent so many things. Yeah, but generally in the readings, it is like, I dream about something. Yeah, I dream that I will be able to monetize this video, and someone will be reaching out to me and paying for the reading. Yeah, so this is the, you see, there are like so many wishful thinkings around it. Yeah, so usually it's like the castle from the air. Yeah, that we are, cups represent usually our subconsciousness, our internal expectations. Yeah, so from the Eight of Cups, eight is of course realization, because from the numerological perspective, eight is like a double four. Four is the number of the elements. It's the mastery in the practice. Eight is the mastery also in the in the spiritual form. So eight represents like fulfillment. So the person, the shadow, that's the person thinking about the fulfillment of his dreams. Yeah, and I'm not counting whether it's normal positioning or it's a reversal. In this situation, it is something, yes, keep dreaming. Yeah, the card is telling me. Sometimes the cards can be rude, but when you usually it's one card when you just want to have straight yes and no questions. Yeah, but these people were arriving in the cafes, and you usually do these triplet readings because they are fast. They are not combinations, structures like that. So I will draw just two more. Yeah, I don't know what's there. And I am working also with the reversals, but for the, okay, let's keep the reversals. Yeah, so now we have got like three cards. Yeah, and the usually doesn't matter which card is the first or which card is the last. Cards in tarot that are like high arcanas have priority. These are considered like the main cards, and then you have lesser arcanas. In this situation, we do have only lesser arcanas. We do have, what's that? Okay, this is the Knight of Sword reversed, Knight of Sword, and we have also Page of Cups reversed, and the central card was the Eight of Cups. So when I am asking, is this video going to be a success? Yeah, let's see it. Yeah, so the first is, yes, I am dreaming about the success. Yeah, the success, however, it represents, it's not reversed. The reverse doesn't mean negativity all the time, but it can be something like, oh, you have so many ideas, you have so many things that you would like to achieve, and currently it's still in the position of the cups. It has not realized it. It's still just a dream, just a first idea that is forming itself. We are getting here Sword of Knights. Sword of Knights is also a lesser arcana. Uh, just to see it like this, swords represents usually in elemental approach air. Air, it means action, realization. Yeah, the knight in Rider White's tarot is practically a person that is charging to the attack, is charging the, is like taking the challenge. It's going into it. Yeah, okay, let's do it. But sometimes the knight, of course, is dangerous. Yeah, you can drop. Yeah, you see that there is a lot of movement. There are the velocity of it. Yeah, so there is something in it is positive. Yeah, but as I have got the reverse card, it's cards are never showing us something negative. They are just giving maybe warnings or something that should like maybe keep us stop us, and we should keep thinking about it. Okay, maybe you are rushing into something that is not yet ready. Maybe it's too early, or the positioning is bad, or I did, for example, 4 minutes entry video about magic, and if someone that is really willing to do a reading but is not into magic and will see this video, he will not even listen to me, because he will see these first 4 minutes and he will say to himself, oh, this is bullshit. What is this guy speaking about? Yeah, so maybe the plan was nice, but as it is like as it is reverse, it means it's maybe a little bit hasty. Yeah. Also, what I am getting here is page of cups again reversed. Yeah. So we are getting two water elements. Yeah, and we are getting one air card. Yeah. The question here uh, uh, is the wolf your favorite? I mean, you mean like Reader White tarot? No, I am not usually using this tarot deck, but it's in generally it's the most you see it practically everywhere. So if people work with this type of tarot, this is the main one that people use. I don't use it that much for my own personal, but it is like it is. Okay, so now we have this, we have it like this. So we have got the reversed rider card, and we have got page of cups. What is page of cups? Page of cups, interestingly, a lot of tarot readers would say that it's like a young man. That's not true. Many people say that page is always feminine, yeah, or it is a little bit androgynous because it represents the water element, the plasticity of things, and so on. But in this situation, it was reversed as well. So it's a beginning of something. First, there is a page, then you have a knight, then you have a queen and king, according to Reader White. Some tarot decks have different positioning of it, but different like evolution of these cards. But in Reader White, it's like always a cup. So that's the first thinking. Okay, so that's the first idea. Maybe it's not a good idea at all. Yeah, so I have got like practically reverse. So what do you think? Why do you even do this? Yeah, so a lot of negative cards. Why do you do this? Why do you rush for this? And you have got also the eight of cups, but these are not reversed. So it means yes, maybe the approach is not the right one, but still something might form from it. Yes, still something might realize. We will see. Yeah, once this video is done, we will see how it goes. If 5 people see it or 5,000, yeah, that would be interesting. So usually those readers that got like this question, it was you do the 3 reading and you explain to the person. So if someone would ask me, will my business will it be successful? So I would say, well, first think the idea over, because maybe you are rushing the things. First think about it, then do the ride, then do the activity in it. The air should follow up, but do it in the right way. Don't rush into it. Don't do it in chaotic way, because otherwise it might end just in wishful thinking. Yeah, easy. Three sentences, not what I was speaking like 15 minutes, because you don't have time to explain this, and then the person shoots another question. So you do these triplets a lot, yeah, in standard readings, where you are just asking yes, no, or so on. Then you can have like 3 cards. What was the past? What was the future? So on. It can be this in this way, or you work with the triplets. What's difficult, of course, is to combine this. Yeah, you have to know. And I see here some strange messages. So I don't know what about mana, but I think we will have now peace. Okay, so let's stay to the topic. Uh, so a lot of people were doing these type of readings, but later on, of course, there are so many ways how to draw the cards. You have crosses, Celtic cross, 12 combinations, so many, and in these you can explain it in a very simplistic way. This is what I see many times in so many readings, because first the reader, he has not enough time. Yeah, when you, there are so many platforms, for example, where the reader is doing the reading for money, and you are paying practically every minute. For every minute, I don't know. It depends on the reader. Some ask 50 cents, some asks $5. Yeah, it can be more depending on the professionalism of the person, and but it's still very quick. Yeah, and usually these are not that deep readings. It's really like yes or no question, or what should I have for dinner, or is my boyfriend cheating on me? Yeah, it's like these are very fast questions, and it's denigrating. It's making the whole practice very commercial. Yeah, practically it's becoming super monetized, and it does not bring actually value. Yeah, and even if you are going to, if I would be speaking to such a client and would start to explain to him elemental positions and so on, they will be okay, but is my girlfriend cheating on me? Yeah, you understand. So it's for different audience. Yeah, uh, to keep with your questions a little bit, do you believe that tarot is just psychological, or is there some sort of spiritual or magical energy behind it? Well, me as a practitioner of the occult, I would say, uh, I definitely what I feel, there are, in magic you have like so many ways, or even the world, how you approach some tool, from the psychological or Jungian term, we can say yes, this is a psychological tool that work with our subconsciousness, and we are practically activating our subconsciousness to get to the answer. And this is important because we already know the answer on something that we are going to ask. And the tarot is practically an opener. Arcana is practically a gate. Yeah. So you are working closely with your subconsciousness, and the reader is an operator that is helping you to explain the complexity of the symbols on the card for you to reach that understanding. Yeah. Whether it's magical or it's just working with the subconsciousness, I would say subconsciousness itself is magic. It would be very, so the answer is yes and no. There are people that work with yes and also no. Yeah. There are practitioners like me that definitely feel the energy, the exchange, that are really feeling that there is a flow of something during that reading. But it's not necessary for the client to believe in it. Yeah, there are a lot of people that approach tarot cards in psychological practice, where it does not have any connection with magic or esotericism. It is considered a psychological tool by several schools of psychology that are genuinely using this. And even I, as someone that is providing the services as a tarot, for me, it doesn't matter whether the person believes or not believes. Even sometimes it's better to work with atheistic mind, because they are not taking the results in the card automatically. They have already this doubtful approach to it. Yeah, is this really telling me what I want to know? So with these type of people with different mindset, you have to work on the psychological Jungian basis. And with esoteric people, with people in alchemy, into magical practices, you work with the alchemical symbols and so on. So is there an energy behind it? Mind as such is definitely complex, and is based on the energy of the brain. So practically it does not matter. Yeah, because if I say, oh, it's definitely magical, everyone will say this guy is nuts. Yeah, the 80% of people will say these are just symbols. Yeah, these are 22 painted colored cards that are painted and contain symbols that are somehow activating your subconsciousness, because they are working with the Jungian archetypes of sun, planets. Alchemical symbols were working like that. So these cards stimulate your subconsciousness. If someone, but I am somewhere in the middle. I definitely don't, because the person that is believing from Jungian perspective will tell you, if this is really fully magical, if this is just like big arcana, a huge spirit telling you secrets about this, and this is gonna be this way, because the cards are saying that's also the wrong way how to explain the tarot. Then where is our own destiny? Yeah? We are practically, then we are just puppets of some kind of system where destiny is automatically given. And the tarot has opposite action, or meaning. Tarot should help us to analyze our current position, our internal understanding of things. So it's an analytical tool. I like to work more with people that are not approaching tarot as magical, although I am using tarot for magical divination. Yeah, we can, but so sometimes with magic, the answer is not that simple as it is with tarot. Everything is reversed or not reversed. So let's go with the reading. Yeah. So Rider Waite tarot, yeah, was this most famous tarot. Yeah, if you are looking for to buy it, it's practically very cheap. Yeah, well, I don't know what is the current price. I bought my deck on Amazon for $20. So it's this one. Yeah, it should be the original. Yeah, look for this one. This is the package. Yeah, this is the original one. The sizing, the type of paper, everything in it. Yeah, and then when we work with the cards, the more that we work with the cards, it start to align a little bit. You start to remember this type of thing. So there are several. What I will show you, for example, does someone have a question? Simple question. I will show you how I read, for example. Right, who writes first will have a reading from me. But it should be a simple question. If you are okay with it, there should be general, does not have to contain some kind of secret information. I value your privacy. So just ask something. Yeah. If not, then I will have to find something for myself. But I did already the reading for the 3 cards. Yeah. So I don't see any questions, so I will continue. So let's say that you someone will I pass the academic year? And you see, and this is the difficult thing, because and I'm going to do the reading, yeah. But first, you have to be always careful about this, because when you have the tarot reader on some kind of TikTok place or something, she's going to just switch the cards and she's going to tell you probably yes, yeah, because she does not want to put you. She does not want to put you into stress, of course. Yeah. One of the rules of the good reader is, and this is ethical, yeah, that the reader should never put you into, and it's not lying, but he shouldn't be coming up with situation. No way, you are not going to pass. Yeah, that's first of all, the reader does not know it, because the tarot does not show this type of question, does not show exact answer, but can give some kind of hints what to do. And the second thing is, for many people, this might be absolute. Yeah, so if you read something, this was already a trick, by the way, used by in the 19th century. In Czech Republic, in Central Europe, we had a lot of these gypsy ladies, old gypsy ladies that were good with reading of the cards. They were not using tarot; they were using different type of reading cards deck. They were called like love decks, and they were saying, "Oh, oh, oh! I see there is an illness." And illness is coming for you, and I need to stop it. The cards are telling it, you see death. Yeah, and the people at the time, and even now, I'm surprised how many people are like that. "Oh, what can I do? What can I do?" Well, I can speak to do some ritual with the cards, but you have to pay me, and you have to pay me $50. Or in the time, you would be surprised how much money the people were. So it was a lot of scam. Yeah. So this is how you read. If you get something like this, be always like, keep your mind. That it's not like this. Yeah, so these type of question, yes or no, are very sometimes tough, and also are putting some kind of responsibility for the reader. Yeah, so I am going to shuffle the cards for you. Yeah, because we are going to try to, and now I need to focus, so sorry for my. You see, this is the difference between the person that believes in cards, as I do, and maybe a psychoanalyst that will be probably not doing this. It's not for the theatricity of the thing that I was just like thinking about it. I genuinely feel some kind of energy, but might be subjective. A lot of people would say, okay, let's go with the reading. We are going to do 3 cards for you. So, and this is interesting. So we are getting 3 cards. The first card that I am seeing, and when you get 3 cards, then it's very difficult. I'm not going to change them, right? To turn them. I will turn them soon, but for a reader, it's very difficult to decide which is the central and which are just complementing the main message. Yeah. And usually this comes with the practice. If it's minor arcana or lesser arcana. That's why so many people and practitioners were offering readings for free, because they need to do it hundreds of times. Yeah. And to understand the complexity of it. A lot of cheap readers, they will just like draw it and will say, yes, this is right. Yeah, I see a positivity. No, let's dive into it. So what we have got. Yeah. So first of all, we have got element of fire. We have got Ace of Wands, which is the a minor arcana. So in this situation, it means there is going to be some kind of spiritual or energetical, or there is some kind of movement. The Ace of Wands means that it's a beginning of a huge project. Ace of Wands is practically, yes, there might be a good result, because Ace of Wands, it means like a spark of creativity, yeah, but also spark of movement. You see the wand, and you see these small flowers coming from it, so it represents the 3. The 3 represents wisdom. So in your situation, it's practically you are building on what you have already learned. You are practically trying to pass the academic year based on the knowledge that you have already acquired, whether on the school or in the previous grades and so on. So it depends a lot on the roots of your education. The way why we are seeing that it's up, it's progressing. Yeah, so the tree is blooming, it's getting to bloom, it's getting stronger. Trees get stronger with time. Yeah, will I pass? This seems to be a positive thing, but for the symbol of Ace of Wands and for the fire that is in there, fire needs air, air needs intelligence, air needs creativity, air needs study. You also need earth. Earth needs the basement, the time to concentrate, the time to focus. For that, we are getting Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is the second card that I have got, and it's also related to, you see, pentacles, but some in medieval times, Reader White Tarot used pentacles, but some older tarot deck were using the term coins. Coins represents money or some kind of stability. In general, pentacles are related to the element of earth, building. Yeah, so we are getting two cards. We are getting air, we are getting fire, but air is needed, intellect, given from your subconsciousness, from your mind. And we are getting Page of Pentacles, which means a student, someone beginning his career progress. A student needs to be diligent. A student needs to focus. The third card that I am getting is again Lesser Arcana. It's Seven of Wands. Wands is again element. You see a person struggling against a lot of Wands. He's in the middle of the fight. It's a challenge. So to get the three growing, you have to stay diligent in your ground. You have to be focused on that growth, but give it time. Don't get into stress of it, because everything needs time. Study needs time. Working needs time. And yes, it's going to be a quite challenge for you, because without these type of things, you might get overwhelmed. We are getting the card of a person that is struggling, but is struggling quite effectively. If it would be reversed, we might say that was overwhelming. So yeah, I don't know what you are studying, but I would say that the academic year might be, even the question that you are practically asking is that you see the complexity of it. But the general message here, and also others that might be like good readers here might, I'm not making this just to give you a good feedback, is you can prevail this with a lot of focus on the basics, focus on what you have already learned, because from that is the tree is growing, and then you will be able to prevail this type of things. But better start learning the sooner as possible. But yes, you should be passing the academic year. It all depends on the on your focus on it. So this is usually how, for example, these three cards work. Why so many people like to work with Reader by Tarot? Yeah, it's because the base layer of the card is simple, and a lot of people can. You are welcome. The base of the card is simple. People learn. Yeah, let's say, okay, I have got here the Emperor. Just yeah. So general reader see this is an Emperor. We know that there are like 22 arcanas, and this is arcana number 4. Yeah. So we see Emperor. Emperor represents, in general reading, if someone sees that, yeah, you remember that's some king sitting on a throne. Yeah, it's an emperor. What it means, so it might represent someone it might represent your boss, for example. It might represent an authority in your life. It might represent, however, someone with great wisdom or power in your life. It might represent also some sort of achievement. You are the emperor. Yeah, it's always about the identification. We see that the person is already at the seat of power. Again, we see the number 4. This is going deeper. That's the first layer. Yeah. So will I be um, will I be successful in my life? Who will I become? Oh, and someone draws emperor, and they will. Oh, you will be a king among many. You will be a president. Yeah. So yeah, that's the first layer of the reading that you might sometimes be getting. Yeah? So, but generally, that's why you need these triplets or additional card. Emperor of what? Emperor of your destiny, emperor in your life. Is there's going to be emperor that is going to be your mentor, or what is this emperor about? Yeah, there are alchemical symbols, symbols of ruling. You see that he is practically wearing ink, which is a symbol of life, and we are going into alchemy of it. Yeah, so that represents the mastery of your own life. Yeah, we see also but he's having in his right hand. Yeah, right hand means practice, practicality of thing. Emperor is not a philosopher. Emperor is a master of life. Yeah, so if this is a person that is not maybe too much into thinking. It's a person that is going to rule the domain, but he is having practically he's sitting on a throne, and you see these two rams here. What is a ram? Ram is a symbol of virility, symbol of fire, and he is having hands on it. So this is a man, and he's older, so it represents maturity. It's someone that has already constrained the ego, the emotions in his own mind. This is a mature man. We see also we see also the crown, but very few people realize that the crown has, for example, five gems. Five represents a mastery of elements, a mastery of humanity. There are so many things that you can go into, coloring, yeah, type of things. So usually the readers do not have time for the explanation on these type of things. If you are really into studies of tarot, for example, in this very depth. And why I'm saying it is because people think that tarot is just simple game. Yeah, there are very many theories that tarot was in 17th century actually a game, that it was used for playing, but definitely not Reader's White Tarot, because it was created in 1905 as a reproduction of older Italian versions of the tarot. So it was always used for the divination, and I am also leaning towards the theory that it was not a player's game. The player's games, these spades and so on, hearts, it came later as a form of just taking or copying these symbolisms, because tarot was developed mostly for the nobility, and they used it as a reading game that we are doing right now, but not for playing for money. So it was usually a myth in the 19th century that tarot is not real, that it was never real, that it was just like a modern occultistic toy. But and I have here a few very old decks that I can show you, the reproductions of them, that are maybe more into the theory that this is really divination tool. So, but studying tarot is deeper than people usually think. It's very easy to just remember the cards, especially Rider Waite Tarot, that is based on the several other older versions of tarot, mostly from Renaissance. The oldest tarot because we have several styles of tarot, and the oldest tarot that we have is Visconti tarot. It's I think from 1600s, yeah. And Visconti was a royal, it was not royal, it was very high and very strong Italian noble family, and they built the Visconti tarot as a divination, maybe divination tool. There are so many theories about it, but it was definitely used as a tool to for them to meditate about power, about the situation, the situation of their house. We are speaking Renaissance, so it was power games all around, Machiavelli time. Yeah, so Visconti tarot was used for, especially like this, especially like we did this reading right now. Yes, you will definitely succeed in your studies, but with an effort. Yeah, it's a reminder for you to push. Yeah, so the nobles of does it sound simple? Not at all, because if you realize the symbolism, you activate the subconsciousness or the higher powers, whatever we believe in, and you are able to focus on the result. So Visconti was creating something similar, and as they were very educated people, they fit the symbols with symbols of alchemy, of history, of castles, emperors. That's why modern tarot contains practically medieval symbols. But Visconti tarot was one of the main first tarot decks when in 1905, when Edward White, he was an occultist. Sorry, it was 1909. Yeah, when occultist Edward White started to think about this, and he, of course, as he was not an artist, so he spoke with Pamela Coleman Smith. So Pamela Coleman Smith was she was a painter, yeah, and she visited Visconti places, and there were also other tarot decks that she was influenced about in the British Museum and so on. So it was not only Visconti that started to create Reader by Tarot. Yeah, they are very famous tarot cards that were influencing her in the creation of it. I did a video about it, but I do have a deck here. So just so you see how did that deck look like. It was a Solabusca deck. Currently very hard to read. I think there are not that many people that can actually read from it. Definitely not on TikTok because you see, let's compare it. Yeah, so this is and I don't say that Reader Write is bad. It's very good too. Yeah, but this is something that was created 500 years ago, and when Pamela Smith was creating the pictures, she was influenced by this historical deck. Yeah. So it contains, let's find some similarities. Yeah, so you see the pictures here are darker, much more disturbing. Yeah, so it contains a lot of strange symbolics, like for example, here we can see a symbol from Trojan War, a head that is cut off, yeah, and so on. So it represented war, the power. If you are into it, watch my video about Solabusca Tarot. I have to say honestly that I'm still learning to work with this card deck, the energy from occultive perspective is much more darker, deeper, heavier, and I use it very rarely for personal. I use it for personal readings, and also sometimes for some specific clients that are more asking questions about managerial directors, people that are really into that, that have a lot of responsibility. These people are asking sometimes tough questions, and then we dive into Sola Busca. Yeah, so it depends also on the client what type of deck you are using. Even now I feel that this is very cold because it was created from by enemies of the Medici house. Yeah, the Este family, and there is a long story about it. You can watch that video. So the interesting thing is that Pamela Smith was visiting the also the museum, I think, in Pinacoteca di Brera in Milan, and also in Britain, and she created practically a combination of these symbols, and Reader White Tarot starts to be very popular. It becomes so popular that it become practically main divination tool or tarot deck used by Golden Dawn, an order of magic that in Britain, yeah, Golden Dawn exists until today. They created or they started to do a renaissance of magic in the 19th century, speaking about angelic systems, Enochian system, John Dee systems, and also about tarot. When people joined Golden Dawn, for apprentice magician of the lower rankings, because they had a lot of hierarchies, of course, it was mandatory to work with tarot. If you could not practically read by yourself, at least maybe not on the master level, of course, but at least to understand the basics, to understand the mythology behind it, and they were using this practically as a uh, as a as a tool for learning. Yeah. Uh, uh, when and this is still the tarot that you are getting nowadays, of course. A lot of new decks were coming. Yeah, so it did not stop with Rider White Tarot. Yeah, it on the now when you open, for example, Amazon or something, you will find so many offerings of so many decks with different systems. They are not even tarot. I wouldn't call them tarot. They are like divination decks and so on, because sometimes the meaning of the high arcana and low arcana is already lost in those systems. They are not bad, yeah, but it's not it does not contain that much esoteric knowledge. So Reader White is used or considered as an esoteric deck, yeah, especially for people into occultism. But please, those that are not into occultism can work with this from the Jungian psychological perspective very well, because it contains a lot of symbols that are easily to be remembered. But for the occultists or people that are into hermetics, yeah, you find a lot of ideas. Yeah, sea of consciousness. You see, this is the signature of Pamela. Yeah, White. Pamela Smith, sorry. So you see a moon, which is practically a symbol of subconsciousness and so on. These type of things are in every symbol. And when, for example, in Golden Dawn, when someone needed to become like wanted to start from the apprentice level to had a higher ranking, so there was a mentor, and he would, for example, he would tell you like, okay, so now it's part of your understanding of tarot systems. So he like choose the card, yeah, and he choose the card, and he got, for example, Three of Pentacles, and he told you, okay, so what does this card represent? What type of alchemical symbols are there? What is the composition? Why do these people speak like this? What is the color behind them? What the color represents? What the pentagrams represents? What is the arc? And depending on the because they could see the depth of your hermetic knowledge, and then they choose different card. They say okay, and they ask questions like, why is the tower there? So yeah, tarot can be quite deep sometimes. Yeah. By the way, the tower represents a building of a castle. It's a manifestation of your success. The tower is also like raising your knowledge to the gods, raising your knowledge in and becoming the master of the world, master of your personal world, yeah, master of your circumstances. 10 is the number of the completion. 10 of elements, of course, means the completion. The work is done. It's the finalization. Yeah, so you should be answered like this if you are in Golden Dawn training in the 1920. Yeah. Now, if you do not pass, they will tell you, okay, you have to pay for the exam again. Yeah. Okay. So, but that's capitalism and commercialization of hermetics now. So, but what I am trying to also show you here that when you are doing a reading with specific cards, so there are these new cards. Yeah, I do not have that many because they are not my favorite, but I do have one that I wanted to show you, and this is also one that I worked with a lot in the past. Now I do not have that many clients that are using it, and I am also not using it myself. But when I was traveling now into to Caribbean, I took that deck with me. It was quite funny. So there is, although it's not from Caribbean, it's from New Orleans. But you probably know this book or heard about it, and it's like the New Orleans Voodoo Tarot. And this is practically something that was built also by occultists and esoterists, but it's not based on the middle on the medieval times, but it's based on the voodoo culture, and specifically that of the New Orleans. So it has this cultural esprit of those times. And you see there is like a beautiful way how this is depicted. This was, I think, done maybe in 1960s or something. Yeah, so it's relatively new. Yeah, and you see there are cards that are very like also the numbers. Sorry for that. This is strange camera. Yeah, so you see the numbers like 3. Yeah. And we are not having like coins here. We are having the elements. Yeah, so it's similar. It's not the wands, it's the fire. So these are the Petro spirits. Petro spirits in voodoo are representing war, life, fertility. Yeah, so they are working with several spirits here, Gede, the spirits of the death, and so on. Yeah, we see the wild card. This is a representation of the world. Yeah, but here it is practically le barons. Yeah, so the chaos and the ironicality of life sometimes, that death can be funny. Yeah, so they are working with different culture, but technically it's very close or built upon the tarot cards, and it's very popular tarot in the south of the US. Yeah, a very powerful one. Yeah, I would use it more for the introspection, especially some of these cards. You see the are the names or the famous loas. Yeah, like that can be. We see here, I suppose it's Ogun, yeah. So the mastery and so on. Aida Vedo, yeah. This is a symbol of the hangman, but in the voodoo tarot, it represents constraint. that the snake is practically the constraint of your mind, of your own ego, of life around you. Yeah. But also the snake represents wisdom. Yeah. Dambala is the law of wisdom. So the wisdom can be constraining, that we think that tarot is just some kind of funny thing and it will be stupid to work with it, or it can be revelating, that it can give me a lot of introspection into my life. Yeah, so the hangman is the similar card. I think I have hangman here somewhere. I love that card. I'm going to show you the combination, how it looks in Rider Waite. Oh, I have it right here. Yeah, the cards love me. They're showing me the cards right away. Yeah, okay, so here you see the hangman. Yeah. And here you see the Aida Vedo. So different, but the spirit, and you have to understand the symbols, but it practically means that the hangman is looking from different perspective. He's being enlightened because he is looking on the world upside down. Yeah. So sometimes also the number, the alchemical position of 4. Yeah, we see. Yeah, so it means if we go deeper into it, we see that he's putting his right leg under his left leg. So it means practically that left is the subconsciousness, is the world of emotions, and the right is the critical thinking. But to get into the new change of perspective, we sometimes have to put that clearly logical thinking behind us, to look or think outside of the box. Some modern corporate people would say, or couches, or what, you have to think outside of the box, sir. Yeah, so this is something that was done in much older times. Yeah, so the this is it's fascinating how similar symbols or ideas of symbols find different depictions, but practically mean the same thing if you are able to identify them. Yeah. I will show you maybe a card deck that I like to work currently the most. And that's Tarot du Marseille. It's the Marseille Tarot. Marseille Tarot is old tarot. It's one of the oldest. It's not that old as Visconti Tarot. It's a little bit younger than Solabusca I showed you, but Solabusca is really not that known, and we are still trying to analyze the symbolism behind it. But with Tarot de Marseille, you get a lot of deep readings. What's the difference between Tarot de Marseille? First of all, those that are really considering it, Tarot de Marseille is the oldest European tarot deck that is the second most is used, like is mostly used after Rider Waite. Rider Waite is used 80% everywhere. But if you go to France or Italy, there is a slight chance that the reader, that is a good one, will be reading or using Marseille Tarot, not Rider Waite. Yeah, so Rider Waite is this, yeah, and this is Marseille Tarot. This tarot is older, much older than Rider Waite. It's medieval. It's starting, maybe there are discussions 17th century. Some would say it's older. Before I start to speak about this tarot, yeah, there are some questions that I would like to answer here. A good question. Yeah. So, oh, we have got this. Yeah. So this is simple. Yeah. Simple. Very simple. But look, this is the devil. It's very scary, right? It represents also the devil in tarot. Many times means constraint again. It's like this Aida Vedo. Yeah, it is something that is practically we are living in a life that is not fully ours. Yeah, we are enslaved. Yeah, the Adam and Eve are enslaved on the chain. It comes from medieval times, so please do not put into it this modern demonology logic that devil is our friend. This is more deep. Yeah, the devil is practically representing the constraint, the blockage. Yeah, that you are running in a circle of something, and this is very old. It's hermaphroditic. Yeah, complain it. Combine it, or let's check the devil in the Reader-White deck, uh, because I know that when Pamela Smith was working on these symbols, trying to make them for the new practitioner. Yeah, so she saw, of course, and she knew the Marseille tarot. Yeah, but she came up with this. Yeah, this is the devil in our modern Rider-Waite tarot, but this is the origin. And the reason why she started to work with the devil like this way, this is hers, yeah, is that it was considered by Golden Dawn too raw, too brutal. Yeah, it is. It was, and of course they wanted to give it. They wanted to make it softer. Yes, there is some sort of even alchemical dread. I don't know if you can feel it. Yeah, the blue, by the way, is. It's interesting that the devil has blue wings and has blue legs. Yeah, that my probably the coloring is not very good, because blue represents, and there are older versions of Marcel Tarot. I will speak about it, but this coloring is a little bit weird in this official ancient Tarot de Marseille, because the blue might represent spiritual freedom. Yeah, and yeah, we can say, okay, like that there is a Luciferian symbolism in it, that the devil can bring some kind of spiritual freedom. In this situation, it's almost heretical, because they are depicting devil as a person that is walking towards, is blue, so it's working towards spiritual enlightenment. It's the spirit of the air, which is many times discussed, the master of thinking. And there are people that are practically being. So who is enslaving? Yeah, is the Lucifer or the devil liberator here, or he is that one that is enslaving? Yeah, to the reader, it does not make that big change, because it shows practically you as a person that is being enslaved by something. Here, however, it's interesting also that the chains are different. Yeah, we see that here the chain is practically connected to the pedestal. Yeah, to some sort of urn. It means that we are enslaved to some sort of false idol. And here the chain shows that the woman and the man are enchained together. Devil is Baphometian symbol. What is above, so is below. This is what they wanted to depict the devil differently. The coloring is away. Yeah, it was lost. Yeah, it now shows practically this depiction of Baphomet. Yeah, and so definitely in Golden Dawn, this is an enlightening symbolism, and the people are chained because of their own egos and but it shows different from occult positioning. This is different. Yeah, the reason of these people that were doing it 400 years ago were working with Marcel, and the symbolism of the devil was a little bit different. That is in the Golden Dawn. Yeah, here it might be more about like maybe a warning. Yeah, the devil is the one imprisoning, maybe we can say. Here it is the imprisonment of the society. Yeah, the people are imprisoning themselves. Yeah, they are social critics. The Golden Dawn was social critics. 1905, 1907, they were outcast of the conservative British society. So it was a genius thing, but it was also a political symbol. Yeah, so in this type of things, you can see the difference how the tarot is moving from the medieval times to contemporary times, 19th century until today. However, Marseille, this standard ancient Marseille tarot is not the one that I prefer to work with. I like to work with also with the Marseille tarot, but with and sorry for my French because I really have difficulties to pronounce this. This is Tarot du Marseille that is colored differently. We believe that this is the original version. That the tarot here is practically just replace this one is not that good version of the original coloring of the Tarot de Marseille that uses colors differently because they have some meanings. These people that were doing them, maybe 2-3 generations later, already lost the meaning of it. Yeah, that's why the devil maybe have the blue wings and so on. And there are two authors, Mr. Philippe Camoin, yeah, sorry, he is the author that is like using this. They found this old tarot, and they remade it in the same way as it was in the old tarot. And Mr. Jodorowsky is was, yeah, I was reading his book. It's still available. Tarot du Marseille by Mr. Jodorowsky is a huge tome. It has, I don't know, 800 pages, but it's amazing way how to look at Marseille tarot. So when to use Marseille tarot? When you are going into the deep readings. I wouldn't do it for TikTok readings. I would really go into the spiritual, deeper understandings of the things. If you are doing deep readings for someone, look at the colors of this. So let's compare the devil of this supposedly original tarot. Oh, I have also hangman here. I will show it to. Oh, here we have it. This is beautiful. So sorry about that. So we have here. This is the devil by Rider White, generally known. This is the devil by the standard tarot of Tarot du Marseille. However, we still think that it is not. It is just watered down version of this one. This one is believed to be older version. This one is believed to be the version that is used right now, and it shows practically where our culture and understanding of esoteric symbolism went downhill. Yeah. So the reason is that we are getting practically colors starts to be very important here. Here, probably this background, this yellowish background, this one, it's very hard to say what it represents, but here it starts to give a sense. Yeah. So it's a water behind. Yeah. So it's practically the thoughts, the astral area, the everything, the cognitive subconsciousness. The devil is presiding over it. The devil is spiritual creature. It is a spirit that is practically made as a hermaphrodite, a composition of several things. Sexuality. Yeah, we see that he is made as a hermaphroditic being. He is connected with the humanity. Yeah, he is sometimes possessing this sexual connection. Yeah, it's very important. It's central. It's even tantric in him. We see that he has in his on the area of his abdomen there is a face. Yeah, that's a blue thing. Yeah, so we could say that it represents uh, uh, that he has because abdomen as such is a symbol of energy. Yeah, and that energy is coming. It's definitely spiritual. He is not having something like human energy. This is a spirit. Yeah, they are that is sometimes taking forms of human and man. Yeah, but he is above, not in some sort of urn or something, but yellow represents the mastery of the earth. Yeah, there is also a combination of green that is very hard to describe, because we can see only green here on his neck, which is practically saying the truth. Yeah, he's saying the gospel. Yeah, the green represents sometimes the purity of speaking. And what is most important here are the wings. Yeah, that they are not blue anymore. They are gold and yellow, and instead that means also material. He has the wing, so he's presiding, he's above material thing. Yeah, so this is a symbol, this is a combination of spirituality, sexuality, the red one, and the material. He's presiding over material things. uh, these things can be elevating because he is elevated, but can be also enstrangling the humanity. So he is here almost in a position of some sort of like Archontian Gnostic idea. Yeah, that he is the tempter, but can be also reliever. It's difficult. Interesting also here is that in these moments here, we see that he's bearing maybe a wand. Here it is a torch. Torch is Promethean symbol of wisdom. So definitely in this symbol, the devil does not have to mean a negative figure. He means an opener, a Luciferian, Promethean giver. Yeah, but that can be constraining, because if you are not able to understand the truth, yeah, you become strangled. Yeah, so here it is different. It's very hard to describe the complexity of this one. If you are into it, you can read Jodorowsky's book. Yeah, but it's just the change of it. So when you are reading this, like imagine that the problem with the Marseille cards is that lesser when the Rider Waite tarot card was created by Edward White and Coleman Smith, there was a request by Edward White to create lesser arcana with some kind of pictures. Because lesser arcana, what is lesser arcana? These are the cards that are complementing the higher arcana. Usually they don't represent some enigmatic Jungian symbolism, but they might represent time or small changes or things that are just, it's a complementing symbolism. But in the old cards, these are in this form. Look, this is the 9 of coins, or 9 of pentacles as some know it. Yeah. So if you are going to explain these cards to someone that is not used to tarot, it's not gonna stimulate his his subconscious or his mind, if you are not able to explain to him the numerology of it. Yeah, that the 9 is practically very close to completion to 10, because it's a 9 is practically 4 and 3. Sorry, it's 5 and 4. I'm so sorry. Yeah, that it represents practically 5 is a representation of the man. 10 is representation what is above, so is below. So it's practically you are in total connection with the spiritual realm. Everything what you want is reflecting in reality. You are not only like focused on the materialism, but the life, the everything is opening to you. And 9 is the step before that spiritual realization. Yeah, 9, it is usually you are getting, especially when it's like 9 of coins, when it says, yes, I work so hard and I still don't see that realization, or it's not making me happy. Yeah, and 9, you are getting, okay, so you are missing that spiritual context. You are missing that last click in your work, still working for the finalization, for anchoring yourself in the world around you. Yeah, I'm successful in life, but I want to be also like happy about other things around, and it's still missing. So 10 is completion, 9 is the step before it, and the 9 is restlessness of the soul. Yeah. So if you are unable to explain this in context, the reader will be practically just looking at it. Yeah. So that's why I really respect Marseille tarot readers, because it's much more difficult to read with Marseille than with Reader White. Yeah, I'm going to show you 9 of Pentacles, how it looks like in Reader White, so you can understand, so you can see the difference. Yeah, just need to find it, because and then I will be explaining the question about reversals. I saw that someone was asking it, so that's also important question. Still looking for that 9. Yeah, so I don't see it. It's hiding. Yeah, so anyway, I can find 10, yeah, or 7, so doesn't matter. Yeah, so too many cards. You see, this is, for example, 2 of wands. Yeah, this is 4 of coins. But where it's the strength of this, you might say, so why should I spend so much time on Tarot du Marseille if I can have easy symbolism? Because the symbolism is practically blocking you from explaining it in deeper way. Yeah, because you are, sometimes we are used to this mechanism, demon, angel, you know it, like people, I even hear sometimes you see questions, yeah, that people are asking over the things that because we are used to some kind of pattern. And Tarot de Marseille is breaking these patterns, because when you are reading Reader White, you are used to the symbolism. Yeah, so I see 6, yeah, the 6 of cups, yeah, immediately. So this is the market, yeah, it's a garden of success. Yeah, you are going to search for you are there is so much potential in your mind and so on. But in Tarot du Marseille, yeah, you are getting, where is it, just something like, sorry, something like this. Yeah, but then you have to really focus on the question. Then you have to really combine. You are getting 6, 3. Numerology is additional thing in it, so it's beautiful. It can really go deep in the reading, but it requires more study, and it's more energetically demanding. Yeah, so if you find someone that is doing Tarot du Marseille in a good way, That's probably a very experienced reader. Not that many on TikTok again. I do it. Okay, so let's speak about and of course, when you work with so many cards, you have to take care of them. Some people ask me if you should be like if you should let someone else touch the cards. Yeah, some people say to you, okay, can you please like touch the deck or like shuffle the deck. You give it, you let it someone else to shuffle it. No, usually the uh, practitioner and reader is operating the deck by himself, from only, yeah, from perspective of magical practice. You don't want that energy to be mixed, yeah, with someone else, and you are a medium, so the deck is practically helping you, speaking through you. But I don't let people like to touch the cards, yeah, and also it's destroying the cards, yeah. So this is one thing. So about reversals, what is reversal? Reversal is sometimes when we get a card like we got before. Yeah, I'm struggling with the circumstances around, but I'm standing my ground. I'm struggling with the circumstances around, but I am losing my ground. Yeah, might be easy to say, yeah, but in this situation, it's also like overwhelming forces, things like that. It does not always, however, say yes and no that you are going to lose. It just says it's overwhelming. Yeah, this might mean positive. You are handling it well. That's life. This is a hard situation, overwhelming. Yeah, but it depends on the situation. Let's say Arcana 10, the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. So when you have in this situation, we can say uh, everything has its own moment in life. Yeah, there is it's a transitional period, but from occult speaking, okay, we see the four elemental winds here. Yeah, the wheel is being turned around. Yeah, this is the continuity of things. Keep up with the things you are doing. Or you can say there is going to be a transition, but this is normal. Transitions are a part of life. This is sometimes reversal, and you can say, yes, there is a moment when the wheel is practically stopped. Yeah, it's a moment of the energy is not flowing. Yeah, but sometimes you can't say it like that. It's not always like this. Sometimes it shows practically the energetic flow is stopped, but it does not mean something negative fully, because there is always a turn. The wheel of fortune will turn sooner or later. So when someone asks you for your situation and you'll say, "Oh, my life is hard," and you get the wheel of fortune that is reversed, you shouldn't be interpreting it like, "Oh yeah, I see. You are stuck in life. It's done. Yeah, your life is done." Yeah, you should interpret it in that way. I see that the situation you are currently in looks like there is no exit, but what comes up comes down. This is the physics. It's always when there is too much water in a bottle, it will break. Yeah? So if the pressure is high, so it's a moment before the pressure. Yeah, you are on the thresholds. Yeah, so because it's not that giving positive message. It's practically understanding that even the reading of the cards is a flow. Yeah, so people that are giving you simple answers like for no, this is not gonna happen. She hates you. This is not the way how reading should be done. Yeah. Also the combinations of cards, like some people get Tower and Death. Immediately it means for some people, oh, this is a tragedy. It's a tragedy. Tower is practically can be interpreted also as a. Do I have a tower here? I will look for the tower in the meantime. That's a dreaded card by so many. Yeah, I see the tower here. Yeah. Yeah, so this is also a nice example for the reversals. Yeah, you see that the tower means this is it's the end of some planning. It's the change that everything is trembling. Yeah, everything is what you have been building, or your life might be under some restructuralization. Yeah, so there is some force majeure, yeah, coming in, and this is the tower. Yeah, so you see that everything is shaking down. There are even ideas, fire, life, our understanding of life. Everything is being shaken. Yeah, is it a good thing or a bad thing? Yeah, how to interpret it? Yeah, and when you get the tower of the reversal with additional cards, of course, and combinations and linings and things like that. But when you get, for example, card like this and it's reversed, does it mean that, oh yeah, there is a change in your life, there is a definitely there was some kind of effect, something has been affecting you, but see, there is a reverse movement. It looks like these people are not falling down, they are practically going up. Yeah, so we can say yes, there is a change, but it's already like passing. Yeah, if you get the wheel of life and the tower, it still is okay though. That's gonna be probably somehow affecting your life, but some would say, okay, the tower reverse is a good thing. Yeah, yeah, there is a change in your life, but it's already past it, or it has changed, or it's already moving. I would be saying in this type, this reversal is more like time related. It's already past. Yeah, it's not having that effect. But getting tower like this doesn't mean that it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be transformative. If you get like tower and death, and someone says death, where is death? That's also a beautiful card. So when someone gets a tower and death, they say, oh, you will die tomorrow. Please, no. It's death is a transformation card. Okay? It's a change of your current state, not in that you are going to die. Yeah, some people are really like saying this bullshit. So it's really a change, a transformation that might sound painful, but at the end it will bring into something new, because this is also the it's always with life. Yeah, we can get layoff, we can get something, and we can break up in our with our relationships, but it's always going on. Yeah, so people get this and they are totally, yeah, but if you get death, it's technically like a good card. Yeah, but if someone get just uh, that's the danger of Rider Waite tarot, that because we are getting used to simplistic explanations of the symbols, and Tarot de Marseille is difficult to explain because it is not that easy. Yeah, it's more abstract, and the more used you are getting to it as a reader, or as someone that is taking the reading, you should be less focused on the nice picture and more on the context that you are getting from the reader. And this explanation, it's difficult. You will notice the good reader and not that good reader if he can't explain empathically the situation you are in. So yes, this is medieval symbol. Yeah, the death. It has some biblical symbols. It's from the Judgment Day and so on. It might represent pest, yeah, and things like that. But it's also like rebirth, because we see already practically, yeah, that everything is getting into the swamp, but from the swamp is also a pool of life in a way, very tonic. Yeah, so when someone gets when some oh, I forgot to put this message, sorry, away, I apologize. It's so long here. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, so when you get the death reversed, it means being stuck in transformation. Not like a wheel of fortune or a wheel of life where we are getting stuck in some kind of cycle, but inability to listen, inability to uh, accommodate ourselves to a different approach, to different thought. Yeah. So from those that you stayed with me for some time, and you are an occultist, and you are going to get uh, you are going to do a ritual, divination, an invocation, yeah. And usually a practitioner does divination, does tarot reading before it, yeah. So it's good practice. Yeah. So prepare how is the operation going to work. Are these questions that I'm going to ask relevant or are not relevant? Yeah. And then you say, I am going to ask for the some spirit, to keep it very simple. Yeah, I don't mean that you are doing that, but let's keep it really simple. Yeah. So what people are asking for, relationships. Yeah, let's say. And they say, oh, is that spirit going to help me? Yeah, and I am going to do an invocation to some deity or something that the person stays with me. But before you do that, you do the reading, and in the reading you will be asking question, is this the right thing to ask? That's already a progress. Yeah, not just automatically I'm going to do it because I want it. Yeah, your ego does not, no one, the spiritual world does not care about it. But okay, you are going to ask, and you get death reversed because you want to do like single card, like tell me immediately what's going to happen. Yeah, and you got the death reverse. What it means? It means maybe you are not asking the right thing. Maybe the action, that the thing that you are asking for is preventing you from your transformation, from your growth. And so sometimes even doing the divination method, like tarot card readings, can help you to focus because what they represent. If we speak about from the Jungian perspective, they represent the deepest layers of our subconsciousness. And we would like to become happy if we are in alignment with our own subconscious will. Yeah, that is something what maybe Jung will say. Yeah. From the magical perspective, we want to be like Crowley said, the star. Yeah, we want to, but the stars have their own ways. They have their own traveling in the. They are going through some. Our planets are moving in some kind of orbits. Yeah, and we have to find our own way. We have to find our own orbit. We can't sometimes be something that. Maybe we want to be, but at the end, it's not good for us. It's possible to do it, but that's also astrology that tries to practically also find out maybe what are your, not that what is a must for you to do, but really where your dispositions are. So sometimes when I'm going into deeper invocations, part of those preparations along rituals, maybe fasting or not, or whatever, going into recluse, preparing, meditating, is tarot reading. And I asked practically not only about the final result of the operation because that might be misleading. Yeah, it's just the gnosis, the idea that you might be getting. Yeah, so I ask about, is this worth pursuing? Is it aligned with what I truly am? When you start to ask these questions, not in only in magic, because magic is everywhere, it's every day. Yeah, so it does not have to be communication with spirit; it's communication with you, with your some spiritualism. I'm sorry for that word. Some magicians would say, with your inner diamond, with this inner spirit of yours, you are entering into the deeper communication. Is this worth it? Do you think it's right or not? Yeah, should I do it? Yeah, so that's what tarot is good for. It's not only for these, it helps with basic things like when you are reading with tarot, or how to work with it, it can be simple. Like you start watching a TV, yeah, and you have this deck with you. Start with Radio What, and there is a TV, and there is some show going around. I don't know. I don't have TV for 15 years, but I think that there are some TV things going on. I don't know, this famous like island or something, people there, or some stuff going on, or some comedy, or people arguing, this show business things, fine for many people. And you just like shuffle the card mindlessly, and you focus on it, like, what is the energy of this, what comes from this program, how it is related to me, and you draw a card. Yeah. So I'm going to now shuffle card, and I'm going to ask my subconsciousness or the spirits, or call it how you want, what is my audience about? What should I expect from my audience, me speaking this? Because I don't know you. Yeah, I listen to you. I see that there are 20 of you, but I don't know you. So I am going to intrigue into this, and I'm going to charge and ask the card, what do you represent to me? So sorry for that. It's card speaking. And we will do just one card. Okay. Which card to choose, by the way? You can go with the top one, or you do just this shuffle and you choose the specific one. But usually you just do this type of uh, of reading, and you draw a card. Oh, and I have shuffled it a lot, and we are getting similar card that we have got before. No, it's not the devil. It's Page of Cups. So, whom am I speaking to? Or who, but it's always double-sided. So, we are exchanging thoughts. It's the discussion about it's the discussion of apprentices. But I don't want to put myself in the position of the mentor here. Maybe the card is telling me something opposite. You have to always have it. Maybe you are the apprentices that are listening to the lecture or whatever I'm speaking here. You are, and there is definitely an exchange of some kind of intellectual, spiritual discussion, water, subconsciousness. We are discussing spirits. There is a wisdom between us. But maybe it's me. Maybe I am learning myself to communicate with you. Maybe the experience of me speaking to you and reading this card and trying to articulate in English, because this is not my native language, is making me better apprentice. So what is this about? It's an exchange. It's an exchange, and it's a kind exchange. There is some kind of feminine energy, because there is it's a Page of Cups, and that's definitely a feminine plastic energy. Yeah, not in a sexual way. It's practically subconsciousness. Those that listen know why we are here. We are trying to have some kind of experience. Cards are already speaking between us. There is a spiritual exchange now for occultists. For those that are atheists, we can say we are connecting on the Jungian archetypal layer. So, are we fish or the guy? Well, this is absolutely extremely good question. Like, why there is a fish in the cup? So the guy, it's by the way, it should be a lady. Yeah, there was a long discussion about it, like whether this is a man, but medieval. The thing is that the lady that painted this, Pamela Coleman Smith, is it before I answer this? Yeah, before the fish thing. Yeah, Pamela Coleman Smith was a feminist in the time 1999. That was very powerful thing, yeah, in very conservative society, and she started to paint these things. And the first idea, the page, was a small boy in feudal times that was helping the knights, yeah, help them with their armor, some apprentice. And the reader White, being a little bit, he was like that, like, okay, you will do this, Pamela, you have to paint it exactly as I say, because I am magician, I am practitioner here, so these are the symbols that you are going to use, and we need these pages, these boys, this. And she said, no, I am going to do it differently. These pages will be me. Many people say that she's doing auto portraits, and that she has practically painted herself in the men's clothes. All of the pages are probably girls dressed in men's clothes, but maybe not many people know the history of Rider Water, but it's also nicely said, because practically page is the beginning. It represents practically we the feminine in the water, yeah, the creation of life is mystically extremely powerful. And when Mr. White saw the designs, he got crazy. He was like, this must be remade, and he said, no, I am not going to do it, and if you want to finish the rest of the cards, it will be as I say. So it was so it's not only artistic, there was something going in, something. So the fish, yeah, the cup represents wisdom, is the grail of the wisdom, yeah. The lady, the page, is practically taking the cup, is drinking the cup or looking at the cup to get the wisdom. It's the start of the thoughtful project, start of some kind of intellectual endeavor. The fish is, we can speak, fish in Christianity, of course, represents the purity, yeah, the purity of thought, the beginning of life, as fishes from the, yeah. This is Christian like, and it's also like it represents practically this, that the idea is pure, yeah. The fish looking from that grail, it's a creation of life. In this situation, it's creation of your project, but it's still in your mind, it's still starting. So uh, if you get this card and you are asking, how is my project gonna end, or what is my project at right now, if you get the page of cups, it's, you can say it's still on the drawing board, but it seems okay. You still need to like finalize the details, but something is already inspiring you. But if you get the page of wands, that's already the realization, the fire element, yeah, because the elements are, so that means you are at the start of the project, this initialization of it. So if you get this, I was asking about you, so I got, these are these people are not apprentices of mine. That would be very egoistic to say. They are, because you are listening, you are probably creating some kind of opinion. It's creating something, some kind of idea for you. Also for me, I'm learning from it. So it's something new. Yeah, it's but it's pure. Yeah, so that's a good card. Thank you. We are getting a lot of alchemical symbolisms here. If you however, reversals are optional. If you get it in reversed way, it means the idea might be a little bit like not focused. It's still like wishful. Yeah, it's so the initial. It's not the logic, that would be more swords. It means like the emotions. You are too emotional about it. Yeah, you are putting too much emotional energy into it. It's not good for you. It's not good for the, because you have to plan it first, and it's not that pure. It's clouding your idea, your mind. But we have got the nice one, so the energy is nice. Uh, mm, Reversals, however, are used mostly in reader-write tarot. That was a technique that was developed by Golden Dawn. Reversals were not used in older tarotian systems. Still, some practitioners, mostly tarot readers, still some tarot readers don't use them because they are able to look, because they say that it's just a crutch, yeah, to get something in reversal. All the time when you get a card, you should be thinking also about the reversal without looking at the reversal, because the reversal is limiting you. But it might be difficult for people that are just starting with tarot. Paradoxically, those that are starting with tarot had issues also with reversals because they have to learn double of the of the meanings, at least double. But some people are not using reversals because they already want to have they don't want to have clouded ideas about negativity of the cards. But this is the biggest myth. Reversal card does not have to be negative. There are many cards that are actually more positive when reversed than they are if they are not reversed. But in cards like Tarot du Marseille, this is the beautiful Jodorowsky tarot. They are not. Marseille tarot is not working with reversals. At least I haven't. I have been asking that. I was in France sometime. It's a few years. I met with people that were like deep in tarot de Marseille, and they say me no, that maybe someone is using that, but as tarot of Marseille is very abstract. Yeah, this is the Ace of Cups. Yes, so you don't need reversals for it because the card is practically pushing you to interpret the numerical symbolism and all of it around. Yeah, so but it's harder to read through it. Mm, I know that it might sound complicated, but it is. Yeah. So if you are just starting with tarot, there are some good books that I would like to show you at the end of our hopefully nice discussion. What I really like to read or recommend at the beginning, if you are fully starting, if you are just starting with tarot, I would start with Reader White because that's the most easiest to learn. And there is a very good book for the beginners. I was not reading it that much because I was already in stage that I didn't have to. I did not have to read through it, but I bought it anyway because I have the advanced book later on. I will show you. It's Dusty White. Dusty White, the easiest way to learn tarot ever. And I agree with the statement. Yeah. So this is, but it's still not that easy. Yeah. It's like, you see, it's like a workbook. Yeah. You can fill it out with you see, I haven't been working that much on that book because it's already discussing the ways of the tarot, the basic symbolisms, but goes a little bit deeper also into the ethicality of some readings. Yeah. So what if I don't want to read card reversed? Then don't. All tarot decks are designed to give you thorough and complete answers, whether you choose to use the additional information accessible or not. No. So you see, I said it the same as the gentleman. So who is Dusty White? Dusty White is a gentleman, I think, in America, and he is one of the most known current contemporary tarot readers in the world. I think he's something like celebrity reader, and his readings comes to thousands of dollars per session. Yeah, so if you thousands of dollars per hour. Yeah, so if you want to have like reading with him, I think it's like $4,000 or $5,000 per hour. Yeah, so maybe even more now. I don't know. It was years ago, but of course, celebrity readers. It's like a top. He's a psychologist, by the way, by his uh, education. Yeah, so it's not only about reading cards, but he really needs to understand also the customers, clients. It goes deeper. So he's also approaching. There were so many questions about on him, like whether he believes in the magical idea of cards. I think he does. Yeah, he understands that this is more than just analytical tool, but he's careful to maybe to describe or show himself as an occultist, as he's a psychologist firstly, and he's very much defending the ethicality of reading. So some questions the readers should not be answering, like some very where there is where the practically the reader is asking for something that would harm him. Yeah, so the questions like, should I harm myself, or is this life worth living? It's very difficult to even read that that questions automatically should be like deflected and changed in a positive way, because you have to understand that as a reader you have responsibility also for the well-being of the person. You don't want to get the person comes to you with trust. It does not mean that you are lying to the person, no, but you are entrusted with a form of responsibility. Yeah, so they are he discussed also this type of things if you want to go into the ethical reading for the others. I see so many breaches of this because people are just stupid, mostly on the TikTok, asking crazy. Okay, never mind. So there is a continuation of the book. That's a very complex one. It's Dusty White's Advanced Tarot Secrets, poetic name. Here he goes more into spreads. You see, he describes in more detail the reasonings of the cards. You see here my small identifications, but the exercises are tough. Like he got he gives you, for example, names like you have several names, like imagine the name like a house, airplane, business plan, bully, taxi, and then he says to you, okay, which card represents this? Yeah, so it's reverse thinking. He tries to push you from the symbolism of the cards that you should find for different names the cards that are corresponding with the tarot. So it's not easy sometimes. Then he has these advanced spread techniques that he is using. You see so many. There are so many technicalities of the spreads for specific type of questions. Yeah, so this is more advanced thing. Definitely go with the white one first. But what I truly recommend, if you don't want to use Dusty White, because for me, although I deeply respect his knowledge, I like my favorite reading was that I think is the best for me is Holistic Tarot by Venable Ven. It's interesting that they have now also some kind of academy for certified tarot readers. Venable Ven, I think she's like a president of the foundation for the certified tarot readers in the world. She's also a psychologist, I think, as well. And she is approaching tarot from also from Jung, very much from Jungian perspective, also a little bit of alchemic, works with reversal meanings, work with alchemic meanings, very much. Uh, it's amazing book, really amazing book on, but it's huge. Yeah, so it's almost 860 pages. It took me a year to go through all of the exercises. So and I had to work on it like on a weekly basis. I really sat on the decks and try to understand it. So that's also very good book that I personally got a lot from. Yeah. Um, if you are, of course, into theory of Tarot du Marseille, then the best book would be the book Marseille Tarot by Mr. Jodorowsky. Amazing. Amazing as well. Similar to Holistic Tarot. But that's different system. I wouldn't start with that one first. It's more for the occult practitioners, but still I would go with the Benable Wen. And if you want to start very like just like that, buy a deck. Yeah, I think in this original Rider Tarot there are small booklets. Uh, it's kind of fun. Yeah. And yeah, we have Marcus Katz gives a lot of information about the historical background and symbology of Rider. But yeah, I heard. Yeah, I haven't had been reading his book, I think, but I have heard the name. So thank you for mentioning that. And also there are few books on, for example, Sola Busca, but these are more theoretical. Yeah, we are still, the symbolism is not yet that clear. If you are into some books like that, I would recommend you Scarlet Imprint. Scarlet Imprint. They had a nice book about Marseille Tarot, but it's the volume 1. The volume 2 was not yet released. And if you are interested in some other systems based on tarot, for example, New Orleans Voodoo Tarot helped me a lot. I was There's a different, very refreshing form of easy to work with, but it's not tarot as such. It's more, they call it tarot. I wouldn't call it that much. Yeah, but also good. Mm, and if you are interested, you can take a reading from me. How it works, I offer, I think, 3 versions. I do have relatively nice website, still working on it. But the minimum time that I would like to spend with you is 1 hour, because and then I have like 90 minutes and even 2-hour sessions. 2-hour sessions are quite tough, even for you as well and for me as well, because you have to. So I don't recommend it immediately. That's something that requires a lot of focus, and it's probably better to do after initial sessions. So the best time frame, I think, is like 90 minutes or 1 hour. I simply don't believe that good reading can be done below 30 minutes. It's practically impossible, because this communication that you have with the customer, with the client, it's not about like gathering information that okay, now I know what I will tell you. That this is very cheap, but it's really to setting up yourself, to understand the energy of the person, a little bit more about not him. The client does not have to speak about himself, absolutely, but really to feel him better. I do have clients, for example, that are very demanding on readings. They can tell you questions like, tell me whether this thing that I am thinking about is good or not, or what should I do in the situation I'm thinking about right now. Don't want to go into the details of the question. That's hard. Then you have to really use analytical and different kind of empathetic feelings. Then you usually work with tarot de Marseille or deeper tarot, yeah, because you don't have, and the results are surprisingly good. Yeah, I see that that they later say, oh, this is good. This is exactly what I was thinking, or maybe it's just it's a different way. How should I approach the thing? So there are clients that are very private, yeah, about their questions, and you have to work with these people. So it's impossible to do it in shorter settings. As for the pricing, I don't say that I am cheap, but I am not. I think I'm also on the upper scale. Usually, and you don't have to use my readings, of course, but this is a good thing for those of you that are thinking about tarot reading. Sometimes I do tarot readings that someone does the tarot reading for me. I pay for it, although that I would say, relatively experienced in tarot. It's sometimes good to see it from different perspective, but the price of the tarot, it's very strange. Yeah. If you are into it, definitely avoid these TikTok super fast readings. It's not worth it. Absolutely, it's not worth your money. Even if you like paying $1 per minute or so on, they just want to keep you on that level. The quality of those readers is dubious. Imagine they have 20, 30 readers per day. I do one reading per day maximum, because it's energy consuming. You have to literally put a lot. It's like a consultative session. So maximum twice, but then it's like I really feel tired, and you have to like give the client the best. So don't go into these cheap readings. Yeah, they are on YouTube. You feel a lot of these people. They are just, I don't say all of them, but many of them. It's like very automatic form of explanations and so on. So I think the valid readings, the lowest level for some price wise currently for relatively okay readings, I think starts at $30-40 per 30 minutes. I would say that's the when you can get a relatively like professional. uh, if it's like per hour, or some do it, don't go below 30 minutes. That's, you will not, it will fly and you will not get the answers. Some people are very like not willing to prolong the session, or even only for the money, things like that. It's strange. So 45 minutes maybe, but 1 hour, people asking like 60-70 dollars per hour. That's, I think, where it starts. These people might have some already better experience with tarot readings. Then you have like people like me, maybe I'm a little bit higher on the scale, and then you have celebrity readers. That's of course, I would not mind to read for some Hollywood actor, but that's, of course, if someone is willing to pay that amount of money, that's okay. Like Dusty White, living from, that must be unbelievable. But it's not easy. Yeah, to get a good reader, it's not only about the knowledge of the tarot, of course. It's about the personality. You should like the person that is going to do it for you. It shouldn't be the person that is flattering you. A lot of readers are just trying to flatter you, so you return back. But of course, the tarot reader must be professional, should stay professional, should stay very discreet. about everything that is in that session. And usually these people should have at least it, they don't have to be like certified psychologists or something, although that helps. I'm not a psychologist myself. I do have the degree in philosophy, but it should be someone that at least knows a little bit about other things. So look for people that are knowledgeable in this area. I like, for example, I have few clients that are what I can speak about, like are mostly in their professional life, coming from like business, corporations, things like that. You will be surprised. Of course, maybe some of you are here, but there are all type of people, like artists, doctors, people that are professionals, even psychologists. I had like people that are in this area, and they use tarot for not only as an occult tool. Some of them are, yeah, practicing, many, but it's always good to know the audience. So if you are looking for a good reader, try to find someone that has something to say. So I'm also coming from, although some people might say that I have studied philosophy, but I also studied MBA and things like that. So I know a little bit about companies. So that's why if you can speak the language of the person, yeah, if it's someone that is really asking about business or project manager, they might have questions like this. So tarot reader should be well versed, at least in some areas of this. And these people might ask for money. Yeah, so it's like a consultative session. So if you look for it, learn it first. It takes time. It's very good, but tarot reading can be a good practice. Maybe the difference between the tarot reading and psychological help or something like that. I wouldn't choose tarot for this type of help. It's more for people that are already, maybe there are some things that they don't want to discuss like that, or they just want analytical, maybe symbolical approach to it's close, but it's not that close. Yeah. So uh, as a reader, it's emotionally sometimes tough. Yeah, but you might get clients that just want to talk. That's totally fine. Yeah, but always you then you should practically speak with them and show them the beauty of the tarot, that it can be a nice session that is fueled also by this beautiful symbolism. It enlarges the communication, makes it much more pleasant than just practically having it as a psychotherapeutic session and so on. I'm not a therapist, yeah. So, but you can help through it. But that's also the limitation and ethicality of ethical thing of tarot reading, because tarot readers sometimes, those that are with ego, or they tend to position themselves as a seers, yeah, or some kind of people that know it all, they like it, yeah, and the people that's very bad. Yeah, that's absolutely non-ethical. Yeah, so when someone is going to discuss these things, but I see it in the cards, be aware. Yeah, don't be that. It can harm a lot of people like this. So tarot should, after the session, you should be enriched. You should have different perspective on things. Yeah, and the tarot reader sometimes can even guide you in that way, because it's sometimes difficult to ask the question. So good, you sometimes are in the sessions. I have the have the people that came in and they were afraid to ask, or they did not know what to ask. It was just that they had this keen need to open themselves, to open that gate to that inner discussion through that symbolism. That's what the tarot is about, and you have to help to open the people, but in a very very ethical and kind way. Because as I said, reading cards gives the reader responsibility and also power. You can damage that fragile moment, yeah, that someone comes to you with thinking that, okay, this person can maybe help me to identify my problem. So it's very difficult. Yeah, so that's why I do tarot readings. It helps, of course, to increase my practice. It helps with my own divinational practices, and it's a wonderful tool. But I think it's the working with tarot is dissolving our own ego. The more we work with it is making us self-aware about who we are, and every one of us finds later on, if we are working with tarot, the specific deck, the specific type of it. There is no better, there is no worse. I was saying different, yeah, I was like, I don't want to sound elitist, yeah, that I say, oh, reader wide, everyone is using reader wide. Yes, they are, yeah, but probably it's a good deck of cards, yeah, but I like maybe more symbolism and so on. Anyway, thank you very much. Let's do last reading for today. What should we ask? Something like how is our day going to be from how is our day or yeah, how is our day going to be from now on? So once I finish this nice discussion with you, or those that are going to watch later, oh no, I have better idea. I will now draw a card that should be a symbol of our cognitive or collective subconsciousness. Those that are watching this video, or those that will be watching the video later on, and went at the end of this, and will see this card symbol, and I will try to interpret it for all of us. It should bring us something. We should be meditating over that card, whatever it represents. Let's do it. We have got Page of Pentacles. And we are getting a lot of cards that are repeating itself. Strange. So, Page of Pentacles is a lady that is standing firmly on the ground. There is a maybe dusk. It's there. She is keeping the coin in her head, and it means practically that she is a person of the land. Yeah, she is looking at her own humanity, looking at the pentacle in her that represents a human. She's standing in the ground. That's the earth. It's the beginning of something solid. Yeah. So those of us that are thinking about this card, we should be maybe it's not time for deep spiritual thinkings about some kind of spirituality and so on. Look at the current position of you, where you currently are, what makes you stable, what makes you happy, what makes you a good person, what makes you a talented human. Look at you look at the world around you. What is the stabilizing factor? It should be something real. It should be something like it can be something simple. Yeah, how can you make your day or upcoming days happy? Well, if you have an animal or a dog, you should just walk him out in the forest. This is a card of simplicity. It's a card of continuation. It's a card of simple happiness. So if you are in a moment that nothing makes you happy, make yourself a coffee or tea, watch the video, buy a deck of cards, and enjoy the simplicity of life. Yeah, so sometimes it's like remember the land. Yeah, remember, stay with both legs on the ground. What it means for me, well, something. What it means for you, you should be meditating over it. The Page of Wands, however, can represent start of some good fortune, but also in that's so first there is a page, then there is a knight, then there is a queen, and so on. But in Tarot du Marseille, it represents the movement. Yeah, from so we are like, it's time to do something real. It's time to, I don't know. We did a reading about whether there is going to be like a successful school year or whether the exams will be done. It's time to study. So simplicity. That the card speaks about the simplicity, and that the simple things on daily basis are moving us towards greater goals. From the simple things standing on the ground, we are looking at the golden coin in our hands. I have to meditate about it. Thank you very much for staying with me. I hope it was not that boring. If you want, do the reading. You will make me very happy, of course. But I hope I will make you happy as well. And if not, please support the channel with your like. It also helps a lot. Thank you for having me. And more to come later on. Yeah, I will do some more videos soon.